Hey guys, so I'm using my webcam right now. It's been such a long time that I've used my webcam, or even made one of these videos. Let me just back this up a little bit. Yeah, it's been like a really long time since I, opened up a beer or whatever. I do have a youngling right now, but before I open that up, yeah, it's been a long time that I've made like a video like this, and honestly I didn't think I was going to make another one of these kind of videos, at least for a while. Everything just changed. I made the other video, talking about what happened, but it's just really weird. I kind of really don't care about like drinking, but I don't know why I went and got beer. I just did. But I do want to talk. Somebody just messaged me. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I really wasn't thinking I was going to make one of these videos. Like, I was actually like looking back and being like, thinking about the videos I was making and stuff, and I was making a lot of videos where I was drinking beer or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not gonna really, I was pregnant and I was like planning on like having a baby, next year. The baby's due date was like May 7th, and it's really hard for me, like it's gonna be, because I just found out on Wednesday. Yeah, I found out. It's like a hair flying about. Yeah, I found out Wednesday that the heartbeat was no longer there. And I guess it stopped growing at like 8 weeks, So, yeah, it was really hard for me. Trying to think, should I change the story to make it a little bit more something that people can watch if they're thinking about or miscarriages, or should I just continue just talking? Should I do my miscarriage story for YouTube, or should I just talk? Because I said everything in my other video. When they told me that I'm just gonna talk, because I'm not trying to get views from this sad event, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, there is a lot of videos. This is really weird, me drinking this. Because, when I found out I was pregnant, I didn't drink, okay? Yeah, and I had, a little bit of wine, one little glass of wine the one time. Because I was, at Garlic Fest, and I was I didn't think a glass of wine would hurt, because I've known other people that did that. But I didn't drink, any more than that. But that was around when the baby died. So I'm thinking me drinking that wine, did that kill the baby? And I also had clams, but I Googled it and they said clams, is safe. As long as it's cooked, and it was steamed. So I'm wondering if is that what happened, Because it was not worth it, because now I'm it's really a lot. I'm thinking about all these things, what did I do? And I really don't even want to drink right now. I was such in a mindset trying to be healthy, and not, I wasn't smoking, all this stuff, just staying home, not stressing myself out. But yeah, I still worked, and I was I had a note, I didn't give them a note, all this stuff, and it's really making me what is it, I did something, because they said the baby's heartbeat, the baby stopped growing at 8. It must have been almost 9 weeks, because if my due date was May 7th, that would mean that do I even want this? Not really, but whatever. I haven't had a youngling in a long time. I don't even know why I bought beer. I'm home by myself. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know. Like, I'm really upset. Like, it died like 3 weeks ago, and I was like, I have an app on my phone telling me like how far along I am, and I'm like, I'm 11 weeks. I've never gotten this far before, you know, and I was all happy. I'm like, wow, my pregnancies, I've never gotten this far because I've always had miscarriages. So I was really excited, you know, and I remember it was that day when I was supposed to be 11 weeks, but my parents came in to have lunch with me, and I was like, I'm feeling cramps. Like, I really was feeling like crampy. And I told my mom, I was like, is that because the uterus is like expanding? Like, is it because the uterus is like, yeah, getting bigger because, you know, the baby's getting bigger? She said, could be. And then they laughed, and I remember I went to the bathroom, and I wiped, and I saw like pink, you know? And that really got me worried, like really bad. And I was like so nervous. I went back to work. You know, I was at the self-checkout, and I wasn't even focusing or paying attention. I was just like, you know, like thinking about this, and I'm like, I went on my last break and had an hour left. I could have stayed for the hour, you know, I really could have, like, but I was just worried, and I was like, I gotta go to the ER. You know, I don't think this is good. There's blood, like very light pink, you know, and I heard spotting was normal, like during pregnancy, so I'm like, okay, well maybe, you know, and people told me that happened to them, you know. Well, I'm like, you know, I gotta leave, and I clocked out, and I said, I gotta go. I was like, I was really upset. I actually was like crying. I was like, I gotta go. I think like I'm high risk pregnancy, and, you know, I started crying. They're like, okay. So my mom said not to go to the ER. She said to go to my doctor's office, well, the OBGYN. You know, so I went there, and they said that, she asked me if the bleeding was like a lot, and I was like, no, not really. I mean, you know, and I had cramping, but it wasn't that bad. So she said, well, we'll make you an appointment for tomorrow morning at 8:30. And I had to work tomorrow, the next day from 5 to 2, but I was like, you know what's more important? To find out what's going on with the baby. So I was like, okay, right? So I was like, I came home, and I was like really worried. I started like Googling like signs of miscarriage and like all this stuff, you know. Yeah, I was just like, you know, let me just sleep. Let me just, you know, I'll find out in the morning, okay, like everything. Well, so, also, yeah, like I had sex like a couple days earlier because, I don't know, I don't even know why. That stupid guy came over. I don't even like talk. I haven't even talked to him. Like, I didn't even, like last week I was so worried about like not knowing who the father was, and I just kept like looking at like dates of conception date calculators and pregnancy due date calculators, and like, you know, it could have been Mike's, it could have been the other guys. Like there was like 2 weeks difference, so it's like, you know, like I was like really worried about that the whole time. Like, I don't know who the father is, but I didn't care like whoever the father was gonna be. It was still my baby, you know. That was like something that was like really on my mind. And now look, it's like, did that stress cause it? You know, like, did stress cause me to like lose this baby? So when I went to the thing, she's like, okay, there's some spotting in the vagina, whatever vagina, I don't know, but she said cervix or something. She asked me if I had sex. My mom was in the room with me because she wanted to make sure, she wanted to come with me. I'm like, yeah, I did it like a couple days ago. She said that could cause it. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I felt a little bit better because I was like, that's what caused it. That's what it's from. And I was like, you know. Okay, so they had she put the thing to see the ultrasound. I had to do, like, I have a tilted uterus. You can't see, you can't see it on the screen, okay? So she, you know, she did, like, vaginally, like, the ultrasound thing. I've been saying vagina a lot. So, she did that. I'm sorry, but, yeah, you can see the little baby. It was like a little gummy bear. And it was there, like, on the side of, like, you can see my uterus, right? And, like, the baby was, like, resting there on the side. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, this is really hard for me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was, like, right there. And my mom was like, she's like, oh, how cute. And I was like, I saw the baby there, and I was like, oh, you can see it, you can see the Ellen. The first time when I was 8 weeks, you could see a fluttering heartbeat, but that we couldn't see it, right? So she told me, she said there's no heartbeat. So I just, like, you know, I looked at my mom, just started crying, you know, and my mom was, like, crying. She just hugged me. It was just so upsetting, like, my throat feels really tight right now. So, yeah. Oh my goodness, my throat. Okay. I'm sorry, my throat's like, I'm like really tight. Oh, okay. Oh, so oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like I'm in Okay. I need to pause this for a second. Okay. I don't know what was going on. I felt like it was just, I couldn't breathe. You know. I was like, yeah, everything just tightened up, and I just could, yeah, so she didn't want me to go to work the next day. This is what she told me. She said I had 3 options. Okay. I have 3 options. I could just do the miscarriage naturally, you know, which means that, alright, you know what, stop messaging me. I'm not, hold on, sorry, like, I'm just trying to, like, explain this, and I keep hearing my phone. I mean, I know I said in the other video that I did make, she said that, like, I can do it naturally, you know, where it just happens on its own, or they can give me misoprostol, you know. They do that too when you're taking an abortion pill and you want to miscarry. If you want, all right, stop messaging me. All right, I'm not. This is ridiculous. Okay. Oh my god, it's annoying. Okay, anyways, where you can take misoprostol. It's like the miscarriage pill. It's supposed to help speed up a miscarriage, I guess. They said I could take that, you know, to help me. it's like a medicine or something, or I could go and get a DNC, which is where they just suction everything out of you, the baby, like everything that's there out of you, right? Well, she said, you don't have to decide now. First of all, the baby died, and it was like still like in my uterus for like 3 weeks, and I had no idea, like, except for when I was feeling cramps. I did want to have another. I was calling around for another ultrasound. I wanted to check on the baby. I really was like, I want to make sure everything's okay. I want to see the baby again. You know, I had to pay for an ultrasound if I did that, you know, because they don't really give you too many. And it's really upsetting. It's upsetting because a lot of women don't realize the baby died. It's called a miscarriage, and they don't even realize the baby's dying, like, until maybe the next like appointment, right? And then that's when they find out there's no heartbeat, or, you know, so it's devastating. Okay, and I feel for anyone who's been through this. Like, it's not an easy time. It's really hard to deal with. And, you know, I posted on Facebook because, like, I'm like that. I'm open. I'm talking about it now. You know, like, I just talk about these things. Whatever. Like, a lot of women keep things private and they don't say this stuff. When I posted on my Facebook, I had so many other women like sharing their stories about like their miscarriages and what happened to them. Some even like their baby died at like 6 months, which I cannot imagine. They say the critical moments are before 13 weeks, you know. But yeah, it's like, yeah, some women, they, you know, let me have a sip of this. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to talk about something, you know, but it's like, and I was not drinking when I was pregnant. I wasn't drinking. I didn't do this, you know. I was like watching a lot of TV and stuff, like keeping myself occupied. But yeah, I was not drinking. So, you know, right now I am, because I'm really stressed out, you know. But anyway, so yeah, so you know, a lot of people share their stories and whatnot, you know. So yeah, I had no idea that the baby, here I am thinking the baby's like growing, you know, all this stuff. I'm looking to see if my bump is gonna start growing, you know. Excuse me. All this stuff. So Friday night, I remember I was like, I didn't really feel pain because, you know, but all of a sudden I felt I had to go sit on the toilet. And I did, well, because she said, yeah, I could do those 3 choices, but she didn't really give me a choice, so I was just like, all right, well, let's see what happens, you know, because I didn't know if the baby was going to still stay there for another week or so. If that was the case, I was going to opt to get a DNC, you know, just to get the contents out, because it's really tough knowing that your baby is not alive and you're still carrying it around. It feels like it's like a grave or something for the poor baby, you know, like a tomb in your womb. Your womb is a tomb. I think of these really weird things. I'm sorry, like, I know, like, I'm not trying to make a joke about it, really, just, you know, these are, but yeah, I'm like, you know, and then so I sat on the toilet Friday night and I felt this big like blob thing come out, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god, I think the baby came out. And I looked, right, and I was like, I saw like I think it was a baby. I saw like a little, I don't know, I think it was like a spine. It was like this little thing, like, it was the baby. Okay. My friend Angie's like, well, maybe you could pick it up, and like, I couldn't do that. Like, that's just too hard for me to do. I can't like go in the toilet and like pick it up. Yeah, you know, like, and I can't possibly think about flushing it either, because it's a baby growing inside of me. Why do I want to flush it, you know, in the toilet? Like, no, it does deserve to get buried. Oh my goodness. I was afraid, like, I just didn't want to like go, and it would be too traumatic for me to do. You know, I just called my mom. Well, they came over, and I couldn't push it. My mom couldn't push it. Oh, shoot. My dad did. I don't feel guilty about that. Okay. It is biohazard, like, waste. It's a baby, yes, but I don't feel guilty about flushing the contents. I feel, the baby's in my heart, you know, and I'm going to make a little memorial for baby Leo. After Leonidas, I feel like it was a boy, but maybe it wasn't a boy, but still, you know. Leo, Leah, whatever, you know. Could have been, well, it would have been Mariah if it was a girl. Mariah Rain, or Fawn Mariah. You know, my middle name is Fawn. But yeah, so, yeah, you know, I was like, but after that, I was like, I thought that was it, you know, I thought that, like, that was, like, the hardest part. I was like, that didn't really hurt, you know, and then I was going to bleed, and I thought that was over, because Saturday, I felt good. Like, I felt fine. I was able to go to Bushkill Park, you know, walk around and have a day with my parents. That's, like, an old amusement park. And then I was, like, me and Mike went to see this road called Shades of Death Road. It's like this place in New Jersey, weird New Jersey. They call it the most, like, one of the most haunted roads, I guess. So we went to Shades of Death Road, and we went to see Ghost Lake. I took video and stuff, and I will edit that together. We also went to this cave where they did burials and rituals in it. And I saw these cave crickets. It was so scary, and because I was, like, filming with the camera and the light was on. And then I saw all these cave crickets, and they were, like, hopping everywhere. I was like, ah! Oh my gosh, that scared me. Oh, that scared me. But yeah, so, and then Sherry called me because it was her birthday weekend. You know, and I was like, she was like, why don't you come meet up with us? We're gonna head out downtown. I was like, maybe that will help me take my mind off things. And it was a zombie pub crawl. But I didn't do zombie makeup. I just went to meet Sherry, and Stephanie, and then their men's. They wanted to go to eat, so we went to this nice fancy restaurant. I didn't even know they needed to eat. I'm like, I don't have no money for dinner. Like, what the hell? I didn't even eat, but Stephanie gave me half of her burger and fries and stuff. And I had a beer. I'm like, might as well have a beer, right? You know, but I was kind of like feeling like I don't know how long I want to stay out tonight. Like, I honestly just feel really awkward. I just went through a lot. You know, it's very upsetting for me. Nobody really asked me how I was doing. I really haven't told Sherry too much. Like, she knew what I was because I posted it, you know. But I think she didn't know how to react to it. And it was her birthday, so I didn't expect her to be like that, you know. I need chapstick for real. And Stephanie was like, I understand that's really a lot to go through, you know. I want to put, like, lipstick on. Hold on. I know I'm talking a lot, but hold on. I don't even know why I'm wearing makeup. I just wanted to do something nice. I was like, I don't really know how long I want to stay out. Like, I just went through a lot. Mike was upset at me for being out. He's like, you shouldn't be out. I was like, you know, I want to take my mind off things. So and then we headed over to this other bar, you know, called Standard or whatever, and yeah, they brought out like a big champagne thing, and it was like on fire. It was like sparkling for her birthday. You know, one of the girls that we know, the bartender girls there. And we all had like some champagne to celebrate, and you know, then my friend Angie came. She was all dressed up like a zombie with her boyfriend, and I'm like, oh hi, I was like talking to them and stuff. The bars are so freaking like crazy and crowded and everything. So they're like, they saw me talking to her, and they're like, oh, do you want to stay here and hang out with them? Are you gonna hang out? I was like, oh, I was gonna walk back with them to Sandbar, you know, across the river to the other little bar. I was like, whatever, like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It doesn't matter to me. You know, like, they wanted to leave, and I'm like, I don't know. It's like, no, you can stay here. They kept insisting I was gonna stay there. That was weird. So I was like, okay. I don't know. And then, like, I tried to follow them into the after party, which is supposed to start at 11 or I don't know. But they wouldn't let me in because I didn't pay for the ticket for the zombie crawl, you know. So I'm like, okay, I can't even get in. And I had to pee. I already had, like, a beer and that champagne. And I was just like, I couldn't even get in. So I was like, I went to the bar next to it. It's like a big circle, and they have all these, like, bars and stuff. Yeah, so I went there, and it was so crowded. And I'm like, how could this even be fun? Like, how could it be fun when you're in a bar and there's, like, all these, like, people just, crowding you, you know, and there's, like, no room, and you have to wait in line to go to the bathroom. That's not fun to me. That's not fun for me. I remember there was a time when going out to that bar was fun, but I was just, like, you know, I was starting to get really upset. And, you know, and my friend and her boyfriend, they just went to the after party because they paid for tickets, you know, and they had food there and stuff, so whatever. You know, you paid for the tickets, you want to win the prizes, I understand. And I'm like, what the fuck? So everybody else left me, and I'm like, I couldn't get in. I was, like, sitting on the circle. My phone was, like, at 21%, like, I'm about to die. I had to go back to sign out my credit card in the other bar. They said I only bought a beer there. Yeah, I had a beer at that bar too. It's $4 for the beer. They said it's a $10 minimum, right? Okay, $10 minimum. So how much was the shot? $6? Whatever. Like, they said I had to pay $10. I can get a shot. Our shot's $6? Because that would not make it $10 minimum, but I was like, okay, fine. So I did it. I was like, I don't know what kind of shot to do. They gave me a shot of tequila. So I drank that. You know, and then I was like, okay, I went back out, and I'm like, I was about to just walk back across the bridge by myself. Because I was, like, messaging Angie. I was like, oh, come on. I'm like, I can't even get in. Can you just come? I went there, and they said, midnight you could come in. They were so rude to me, and acting like I really wanted to sneak into some party at a bar. I really just want to sneak into this party. No, I don't even want to be at the freaking bars. Like, I don't care, you know? So I'm like, okay. You know? Yeah, so I was messaging my friend Joni. She was up the street at this other bar, and I'm like, well, are you guys coming here? You know what's going on? She's like, yeah, wait for us. We're gonna come there. I was already feeling, like, buzzed because I was not used to drinking. Like, I wasn't drinking. You know, I haven't drank because I was pregnant, and I'm not even, you know. So I was already feeling it, you know. And when I get very emotional, and I was, like, almost, like, I felt so alone and by myself, like, just waiting in the circle, like, while all these bar goers were around me, and I'm, like, going through a miscarriage, you know. So anyways, Joni and her boyfriend finally came, and they picked me up, and they drove me over to Sandbar, because my car was parked there, right? And, no, my art wasn't parked there. It was at Sherry's house. Sherry lives, like, right down the street from me. And Sherry and them were, they're at the Sandbar. And we went there, and we saw them at the Sandbar. Yeah, they were all there, and, but they're like, we're leaving. Why are you leaving all early? I was just like, oh, you guys are leaving now? You know, so they left. Excuse me. And, yeah, they left, and me and Joni and her boyfriend just hung out for a little bit, but, you know, it's just weird. Sandbar's weird, especially because that guy is always there. Fuck him. You know, I don't know. I was feeling a little bit tipsy from drinking all that. But they gave me a ride home. Joni did, and, like, her boyfriend did, actually. She was drinking. They gave me a ride back home. Yeah, I had to get my car later the next day via walking. I was kidding. Whatever. No, I'm saying. But anyways, like, that was my Saturday night. It was just really awkward for me, really weird, and I don't even give a fuck about the bar scene, even though this Saturday is gonna be a Halloween party. But it's so awkward for me. It's like so weird. Like I felt like, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing drinking? Like, what's going on? Is this even important to me? Like, I was thinking I was gonna be a mom, you know, and then all this happened, and I'm like, I don't like acting like nothing happened. Like, drinking and doing shots like nothing happened. No, I'm going through a lot. I don't know how to deal with things, you know. Okay, that's kidding. No, that was just weird. Okay, I don't want to be alone. I'm talking a long time. Damn! Oh my god. So this is what happened. Sunday night. Okay, Sunday. I started getting really bad cramps. Like, really bad. Like, okay, I was like, the cramps are coming. I had a heating pad. You know, thinking, cramps are coming. You know, I could deal with this. I know I'm probably going to pass some more. You know, and I was passing clots. They were coming out like jelly, like coming out, you know. It wasn't not a fun sight, but I wasn't done. I thought I was, but I had a lot to go, and I was getting contractions, because that's what happens when when your body is trying to pass something, you know. That hurt. I took 3 Tylenol codeines. It was still painful. It still hurt so bad. It really hurt a lot, and I tried to deal with it, and I was like passing a lot of clots. There was blood all over the toilet. I was leaking through my clothes. I was so weak just from passing like all these blood, you know, getting up and constantly going to the bathroom. I was in a lot of pain, and I was like too weak. I was so weak. You know, I couldn't even move. I was trying to like lay down because, you know, like, I couldn't even cry. I was just, like, in pain, like, like, breathing. I couldn't. My cat came to comfort me, you know. It was bad. It was really bad. I was texting Mike, and he was telling me I killed the baby. He said I killed Leo. I don't know why he would say that to me. You know? Like, why would you say that to me? I don't know. Just all this stuff, right? And the other day was like, I was in so much pain. I just wanted him to comfort me and like just be understanding, you know, what I was going through. And he was just not being like that at all. He was just being a jerk to me. And I was talking to Angie, and she was like saying, well, it's probably happening, you know, it's a natural thing, which it was. Okay, but like, it was, they told me if I was soaking a pad in 2 hours, I was to go call the doctor or go to the ER, and I was losing a lot of blood, you know, and I was in a lot of pain, and I've been through that before. Been through a miscarriage like that, where where I lost, you know, it was just too much for me. I had to go to the ER, and, you know, so I told my parents, and they came. I couldn't even move. Like, I was just, yeah, I was in a lot of pain. They brought me to the ER, and they put me in the wheelchair because there's no way I could walk. If I walked, blood would gush out. That's really, like, it was really bad. And I was, like, hunched over in the wheelchair. It hurt so bad. I couldn't even, like, sit. It was awful. They didn't have an open room for me. We were waiting for a long time, you know. She took my blood pressure and all that. Like, I was in so much pain. Like, really bad. It was really bad. What the heck was that? I don't understand either. My niece did my little 3-year-old niece did my nails. I had to buy nail polish remover, though I can't go around like this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was like really pain. Soaking through my pants, blood everywhere. You know, so they finally got a room for me. and I was able to lay down, which was nice. But every time I said I gotta go to the bathroom. I couldn't even talk. I'm telling you, I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even look at anybody. But I was like, I gotta use the bathroom. I don't know what I said. I said I gotta go on the toilet because I felt like stuff was gonna come out. But I felt like I was about to faint. I really started to feel faint. Sorry. No, I really did. And like I started feeling pins and needles. Like just really. My cat wants to come in. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm back. I wasn't intending to make this like a really super long video, you know, but I haven't did one of these in a while, and I'm kind of like, it's helping me, you know, talk about it. Yeah, so even though I was in the hospital room, I knew they were going to give me morphine, because that's what happened last time, you know, to help with the pain and whatnot. You know, I was like, it was horrible though, like I was like, my back hurt, you know, everything hurt, because I was having contractions, you know, and every time I was about to pass a blood clot, that was hurting really bad. She wheeled me over to use the bathroom, like, before I went in the room, but then I said I was going to pass out. My mom said that, and then she's like, oh, I don't want you to get up if you're going to pass out. So I'm like, what the heck? So they wheeled me back, and they're just wheeling me through. I'm crying in pain. They're wheeling me through the waiting room, and like there's people there, and I'm like in such pain. Like I wasn't even looking. I was just like, my hair was all like this, you know. It's like, like the girl from The Grudge, you know, or whatever. Like, no, it was like bad. It was really bad. So. Yeah, you know, they finally got me a room, but still they gave me a heated blanket. You know, but I had to wait for the nurse to come in and stuff like that. I didn't even see a doctor. I just saw the nurse. She was really cool. She was like, looked like my friend Shannon, not Shannon, another Shannon. But and then a couple nurses came in, right, and I was in such critical pain, like it really, like I don't even remember like what was going on, you know, at first. My mom was there. My dad couldn't even like see me in that state, you know. We were waiting a long time. Then the nurse came and finally like, she's like, okay, we can give you some morphine. I'm gonna give you some morphine for the pain. But before she did, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like I went to the bathroom. My mom came with me in case I passed out. So I don't care. I sat on the toilet and I felt this really big clots coming out. I know it's like graphic and disgusting, but yeah, these clots just came out, and it happened. And 10 minutes later, I had to go back because I felt another come out. After the clots came out, it didn't hurt that bad. I think, you know, that was the bulk of it. I think I passed everything. Not quite. But I went back, and then she gave me the morphine, and it took a while, like, but you know, it's intravenous, so you could feel it right away. So I felt it, and it was really heavy, like my shoulders, everything felt really heavy. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I was like so tired, and like falling asleep. I didn't have any pain. I had no more pain after that, you know, and I'm just like, I don't know if I fell asleep, like. I was like, it helped though. And they gave me something for the anti-nausea, Zofar or something like that. So, and then finally the nurse said, okay, my IV drip was almost done, the bag, you know, because I had IV and stuff. And then like, my dad said, make sure you get something for pain. So they gave me anti-nausea prescription. They gave me naproxen. That helps with like inflammation and swelling, you know. It helps bring it down, or like bleed if you're bleeding, and you know, and it helps pain. And they also, she gave me Percocets, right, like in case I was really bad in pain. So she gave me all that. So you know, we had to go to the, after I left the emergency room, I was still feeling good. I was still tired, though, from the morphine, you know. So then, you know, finally I was released, and I felt so much better. You know, what the fuck? So we went to Target, and my dad got me one of those things that you sit on and you can like drive yourself, because there's no way I was walking. I was really weak, really tired, and I was still bleeding. Another big clot just came out. It reminded me of a jellyfish. Not the really, it was just like clots. They come out, you know, your body starts clotting. And it's not even like the baby or the placenta. I thought it was. It's because your body, you're losing a lot of blood, so your body starts making clots. And one of the OBGYN said I might be having miscarriages because my body isn't clotting, but I really don't know. I have to look more into that. So I was like in the thing to get my prescriptions in Target, you know. So, yeah, and then like I just slept at my parents' house because they had to watch me. Well, actually, I came here to take a shower. Mike came over to take care of me after being a jerk to me and not believing me. Or I don't know what his deal was. I don't know. He came over and bought Chinese food, and then I dropped me off at my parents' house, and I slept there. Today, I didn't even take a Percocet, nothing like that, because I was so tired. I was all on that morphine and all that anyways. Like, I was, like, tired. Today, I took, like, naproxen and a couple, like, Tylenols and stuff like that, you know. And I went to my parents' house, and I just took a nap. I'm just tired, you know. Just very exhausted. My muscles are sore, you know, everything. Then Mike called me. He's like asking me if I still want to move in with him, and I don't know. I really don't know if that's what I want to do, because he was like being so rude to me, and he does that, and then he changes and acts nice to me. Like, I can't put up with that anymore, you know. And then he's trying to tell me what to do. He's like, well, if we move in, you can't be going out with your friends, like, because he knew I went out with Sherry for her birthday. I mean, he's, like, telling me this stuff, so I'm like, I don't really know if that's what I want. If that's what I want to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I want to move in with him. Like, that's a lot for me to think about. Okay, I gotta plug this laptop in. It's starting to die. But yeah, I don't know. I've been through a lot. You know. I'm like, I feel drained. I just feel drained. I feel like, you know, I need to heal mentally and physically. I don't know, you know, like I've been through a lot. I mean, I'm not the only one that goes through a lot, you know, I know that. I'm just sharing my story, you know. But, yeah, so, thanks for listening, y'all. I know this is really long. I can't believe it's like 42 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna edit that video this weekend, though. I had to ask my dad. He probably filmed me when I was like heaving over in pain. Alright, bye, yeah, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, hi. Really quick also, I forgot to say that I had a doctor's appointment today. I had a doctor's appointment today, and they gave me some stuff for anxiety. I have so many, like, pills and whatnot. Like, I have all this stuff that I got. Like, but they gave me stuff because I say I'm feeling really depressed, and that if anything could help me, like, feel better, like, I don't want to get a panic attack. So they gave me, escitalopram and hydroxyzine. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. I'm going to edit everything together. Alright, thanks for watching. Marvel's just sitting out there. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna do now.